So hello everyone, myself Ashish Ashok Jadhav. Today we'll be covering the topic Principles of Management by Henri Fayol. Before we go on with the principles of management, let's dig a little about Henri Fayol, as in who he is, why he came up with the principles. So as you can see, Henri Fayol, a French mining engineer and a management theorist, is widely regarded as the father of modern management theory. In 1960, he introduced a comprehensive framework for managing organizations through his book Administration Industriale et Generale, General and Industrial Management, 1949. Fayol identified 14 principles of management that serve as fundamental guidelines for effective administration and organizational success. This principle emphasizes planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling the five essentials of functions of management. Fayol's ideas laid the foundation for modern managerial practice and remains relevant in both business and public administration today. So, diving a little deeper, what is management? So, management is the process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the efforts of people and the use of resources to achieve specific goals effectively and efficiently. In simple terms, management means getting things done through others by coordinating the activities to achieve organizational objectives. So, according to Peter Drucker, management is a multi-purpose organ that manages businesses, manages workers, and the work. Similarly, when it comes to Henry Fayol, uh, to management is to manage, is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate, to control. So these are the principles that Henry Fayol came up with, the 14 principles. We'll go with each principles individually. So first, we have division of labor. So according to this particular principle, work should be divided among individuals and departments to produce more and better work with the same effort. So it increases efficiency and specialization. So Fayol emphasized on specialization of labor to increase efficiency. That is, when work is divided into small tasks and assigned to individuals according to their skills, productivity increases. Next, we have authority and responsibility. Managers must have the authority to give orders, but they must also take responsibility for the results of their actions. Authority without responsibility leads to misuse, while responsibility without authority leads to inefficiency. Next, we have discipline. This means obedience, sincerity, and respect for rules and agreements that govern the organization. Good discipline requires good supervision, clear rules, and ensures smooth operations. Fayol believed that discipline must be maintained by both employees and the management. So, according to him, the rules and regulations should be followed by all the employees regardless of their designation. Next, we have unity of command. Each employee should receive orders from only one superior to avoid confusion and conflict. If any employee takes instructions from multiple superiors, it can lead to confusion, delay, and inefficient productivity. So, if you are an employee, you should make sure that you receive command from only one particular superior. If you try to grab commands from multiple superiors, first of all, your work will not be done, and secondly, you'll be in chaos. So, next we have unity of direction. Activities with the same objective should be directed by one plan under one head. This ensures coordination and focus. This avoids duplication of work and ensures harmony and efficient productivity. So for example, a management have one particular objective to meet. Say, let's take a small example, conducting a posh sensitization program. So for that, the management should appoint only one particular person as a head, and he should be the only one to look after all the activities to fulfill that objectives. So no other individual should involve in terms of heading the activity. Otherwise, if suppose there are two or three persons who are heading the same objective, they might do different activities which can lead to inefficiency and chaos as well. Next, we have subordination of individual interest to general interest. The organization's interests must take priority over personal interests. If conflict arises between organizational goals and personal interests, organizational interests must be prioritized. Simple example. For example, at 3, you have a movie that you really want to see, and at 3 o'clock you have a seat that you can book and watch the movie, but your work gets over at 5 o'clock. So, according to this principle, you should not be focusing on that movie or your personal interest. You should first finish the job, that is the general interest, and then only go for your personal interest. Next, we have remuneration. Employees should be paid fairly for the service. Fair wages ensure satisfaction and productivity. Wages should be fair while also being in the organization's paying capacity. Every individual, every management reaches its goals or objectives because the individuals give effort to it. Now, for that effort, the management should also ensure that they are paid adequately and fairly. This helps the workers to feel motivated and do even more work depending on the compensation. At the same point, the management should not pay the workers more than the capacity. Whatever they can be, or they can pay, keeping aside all the expenses, whatever they can pay, they should be paying, but not over the bench. Next, we have centralization. Centralization refers to the concentration of decision-making authority at the top level management. Fayol suggested that the degree of concentration should depend on the nature of organization and should be balanced. So, as we all know, that the top level management has the most authority or power with them. So, what Fayol believed that the power should not always rest with the top level management. I'm not saying it should not be; it should be there, but not ultimate power, like for power for everything. For example, you have a clerk in your bank. Suppose you're a manager and you have a clerk who wants a leave. He can take a leave, but still he has to take permission, right? So he comes to you, but you are not given the power to give permission for a leave. So in that case, the clerk has to go to the top level management, like suppose CEO. So that kind of thing can easily annoy the CEOs as well, and the management will not work for a long time. So for that reason, the powers should be divided based on the roles and responsibilities among the management people. Next, we have Scalacci, the line of authority. A clear chain of command should run from top management to lowest ranks. Communication should generally flow this chain through, though gangplank may be used whenever necessary. So, according to this particular principle, what does it say? It says that there should be a chain of command or communication. For example, junior executive, senior executive, team leader, manager, project manager, branch manager, head. So you see a command or a chain or a line of a command. So Fayol believe that there should be a line of command wherein the command and communication can flow freely. With that, he also believed that gangplanks, that means shortcuts, can also be used. So suppose one particular senior executive is not there, but the command has to be given or the communication has to be done. So in that case, he can be omitted and the command can still take place. Next, we have order. So according to this, there should be a place for everything and everyone should be in their proper place, both in material and personal arrangement. This ensures proper allocation of jobs to employees and proper arrangements of tools, materials, and resources. So simple. So we'll take two aspects: materials and human resources. So materials should be on their proper place so that the person so that the workers or employees can get those materials whenever needed. For example, if the sheets are in the dungeon and the printers on the top floor, doesn't make sense, right? They have to be in the proper place. Printer and paper next to each other. So whenever needed, prints can be taken or paper can be dropped. Similarly, human resource, for example, human resource executive should not be sitting in the finance department and doing his work. He should be in his department. Similarly, all the people doing their particular work should be in their own department so that the work can be done efficiently and effectively. Next, we have equity. It means treating all employees fairly with kindness and justice. Managers should be kind and fair to employees to create loyalty and devotion. So, in this current era, we believe that there's no discrimination of any kind. Similarly, all the managers, regardless of the caste, class, gender, race, or designation of the employee, they should be treated equally, respectfully, and fairly. Only when an individual feels that he has been respected or he is being treated fairly, he will have the motivation to stay in a particular place and work. And when a person stays for a long time and work there, he has experience and will work efficiently. So that's how equity helps. Next, we have stability of tenure of personnel. So high employee turnover is inefficient. Stability in employment promotes experience, efficiency, and loyalty. Fayol believed that employees should be given job security and stability. As I mentioned for the previous principle, stability of tenure. What does it mean? Simple terms. Suppose an employee who is working in a particular position, he is working for a very long time. His experience in that particular designation of that particular department gives him the power or knowledge to do the work better with less cost and time. And that is very crucial for a management, the cost and timing. So when a person works with these particular aspects, less cost and time, he is working more or better to meet the objectives of the organization. And this is very much needed for every organization. For that, the employee should have a stable tenure. So that can be provided by providing job security and stability initiated by the management. Depends on compensation or rewards or recognition. All the measures can be taken. Next, we have initiative. Employees should be encouraged to take initiative and develop new ideas. Giving freedom to workers to suggest improvements increases creativity, motivation, and innovation. So not all or no one is equal to anyone. We are all different. We have different mind. We have different perception. Everyone thinks differently. So according to this, every individual or every employee should be given or at least should be encouraged to think of their own or no innovative way to do a particular work or creativity in doing some work, especially in marketing team or any other, be it any department. I'm not saying marketing, just an example. Be it any department, every manager should encourage their employee to think creatively and encourage them to adopt it if it is actually productive. So what happens is the top level management are not burdened with finding the new creative way or innovative way to do their work or meet the objective, but just by simple encouragement, they're getting the work done by the employee itself. And by doing so, the employee feels that he's heard and respected. So whenever an employee feels that he's been heard or he feels that sense of belongingness with the company, they will work better. Lastly, we have esprit de corpus. So file emphasized on teamwork and harmony among employees. Managers should build unity, cooperation, and a sense of belonging among workers. A strong team spirit leads to higher morale and reduced conflicts. So to put it into the simple word, so Fayol said that all the workers, be it top level or lower level, should work as a team. Only when the people work in a team, they can meet the objectives efficiently. And this can be done by building unity, cooperation, and a sense of belonging. It has various means, just by initiative or equity, as I mentioned earlier. If you follow those simple terms, you can maintain teamwork and belongingness. And once that is achieved, there's nothing to stop an organization in meeting the objectives of its objectives.